Now that we've got our list of posts inside of our post list component, we can start to display these things on the screen. All right, I'm going to make a second method, or a third method, I suppose, inside of my class. This is going to be called render list. And as you might imagine, I'm going to stuff a ton of logic into this thing to take my list of posts and render them out. I'm putting all this logic into this helper method of render list just to keep the render method itself nice and easy to read. So inside of render list, I'm going to return this.props.posts. I'm going to map over it. And for every post, we are going to return a pretty good blob of JSX. Now, as a quick reminder, we are making use of semantic UI here. So on the JSX block we're about to write out, I'm going to add in a pretty good amount of class names. And all these class names are just references to semantic UI. I'm just trying to get stuff to appear on the screen and look pretty nice. So I'm going to return a div with the class name of item. I'm going to remember to give this thing a key property. Remember that every post that we fetch from that API has an ID associated with it. And wherever possible, we like to use that ID associated with each record as our key property. So I'll say post.id like so. And then I'll close off that div. Then inside of here, I'm going to put in a icon. If we take a look at our mockup really quick, just as a reminder, do I still have the mockup up? I don't know that I have the mockup up. All right, I'm not going to waste any time. But essentially on the left-hand side of every post, we wanted to show that icon, kind of like of a user or something like that. So I'm going to put an I tag here with a class name of large, middle, aligned icon user, like so. After the I tag, I'll put down a div with the class name of description, or excuse me, not description, but content. That's better. And then inside of that div, I want to get a class name of description. Inside of the description div, we'll put down an h2 that has the post.title, so that's the title of the post, and then underneath it, we'll put a paragraph tag with the actual post content, which is post.body. Now, I'm not making up these two properties right here. You'll recall that we looked at that post endpoint just a little bit ago over on the JSON placeholder website. So if we go down just a little bit, here's that post endpoint. I can open it up and I see that every post has that title and body. So that's why we specifically put post.title and post.body. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I think that we've got everything we need for right now. So now the last thing I need to do is make sure that I call render list from my render method. So I'm going to go down to the render method. I will remove the console log. I'm going to give this div a class name of UI relaxed divided list. And then inside the div itself, I will remove the hard-coded text of post list, and I will replace it with this.render list. Okay, I think that's just about it. I'm going to save this file, and then I'm going to flip back over to my application, and we can see the list of posts up here on the screen. Awesome. All right, so this definitely looks good. We're definitely loading up some data and showing it on the screen appropriately. The last thing we have to do is make sure that we show the title of the user or the author's name right underneath the post. So I'm going to try again. I'm pretty sure I got that diagram up here. I apologize for not having it. Here we go. That's better. Okay, so we've got the post list put together. Remember, we had said that we wanted to make this separate component called user header and show it at the bottom of each post. So we still have to tackle that. Let's take a quick pause and we'll start to figure out how we're going to address this problem in the next video.